So I'm sitting at the East Side Terminal here in Rockford, Illinois. The one downtown only gives you like an hour uh, to sit there. The issue is that the warming center that we slept at, they dropped us off at the bus terminal downtown, and an entire 60 minutes before they opened. So everybody had to sit outside for an hour, and when the conditions are horrible, it's difficult to it's there's nowhere to go because it's 6 o'clock in the morning and there's nowhere to go. The library downtown is it instructed me that because my two bags are too bulky that they I couldn't go in there. Um, and so the issue is that I have a crazy family member who has ruined my life, and they have filed paperwork, and I have to go to court for that, and due to these bulky bags that I have, I can't actually go into the courthouse, and go to court. I am able to do it online, but I need to have a location that I can sit at for an hour with internet to do so. I'm lucky enough to have a computer, but if I did not have a computer, it would be, something happens to this computer, or something happens to the internet, I wouldn't be able to go to court. That's how horrible it is for me. They threw away all my clothing, and they assaulted me. Um, and they like I was threatened every single day. So I just wanted to record this video to say that what they're doing at the Rockford Rescue Mission is that they're telling people to that they're having individuals who are not even among the staff that threaten people, getting people's business, and become violent. The staff is actually like promoting other individuals to cause violence, and then the staff themselves so once again, like if you're a homeless person and you're being told what to do by another homeless person, it's like of course the complexities that happen in somebody's life is, unless you have a collegiate degree, a higher educational degree, you're not going to be able to truly understand the complexities of somebody's like problem why they're homeless, and not even then do you understand unless you've actually gone through the problem yourself. So my point is that the person was told what to do, and it wasn't even by an official, and so they got kicked out, and the Rockford Rescue Commission made them sleep outside, and they do, so I so they don't have internet there. They don't have strong internet, so you can't go to court at the Rockford Rescue Mission. So it's as if you have to be homeless in order to go to court in Rockford, Illinois, because the belongings that you have will prevent you from going to court through the video. You can put your stuff. Technically, I guess you can walk into court if you when you check in your stuff, but if you don't have, but if it doesn't fit in your locker, you have to take it with you, and that's kind of the issue. Is that is kind of the issue. Um, so I also wanted to say that at the Rockford Rescue Mission, the staff took my bed, pulled it out into the middle of the floor, threw off all my covers, and then screamed and hollered, and then told me that I had to like put my covers back on the bed and then bring it back to the wall. They cussed at me, they threatened me, and so they told me that everything that's happened is my fault. My family is currently lied. After I was assaulted, they had no reason to assault me and threaten me, and so they lied on a court document, and so I have to bring. The police sent me a link so I could send the videos of my proof to them, but the police haven't sent the videos to me yet. I mean, it hasn't sent the link to me yet, and so I might have to go and actually purchase the CD and hand it into court, prior to, because the link that's supposed to be available isn't given to me. It has, and I might have to download it on a CD and then send this and then get the CD in and then like make a couple copies of the CD. And so once again, if you're telling somebody to stand outside the bus stop with no jacket, nothing, and their family is insane and took all their stuff and like they you know, I actually lost my job because of this, you know, with no money. Like it's like I have to purchase a CD and go to the store, purchase a CD, and then fight my case, because if I don't even appear at court, it's as if like this thing is true. It's like, excuse me, it's like this thing is true and it happened and there's no proof otherwise. But yet everybody in this entire county knows that this is messed up, and these are the problems that are going to be solved in the future. And so that is half the problem. I mean, this was 6 minutes for this video, and so it's a lot of information to grasp. But if you're dropping somebody off an hour early, and your job was to keep those people warm, and you're dropping them off outside to sit in the cold, and then you're not doing a good job at your job. And if on the weekends, if it's 5 o'clock, if it's okay, I'm gonna stop right there. You can't even get there on the weekend without arriving like 3 hours early. 3 hours early, and obviously it's cold. It's just like where's your where did you go to college? Right, and my last thing is that because it's now 7 minutes. It's a lot of information. It is a lot of information. But if I guess that I guess I lost well, I guess if you can't fight for if you can't go to court because you have belongings, and you have too many belongings, and you were a victim of domestic violence, and the city has yet to restore any kind of living situation for me. The city received funding, and I should be able to have at least like a hotel in the meantime, and the person didn't get back to me. So it's like I have to sleep outside until they reply to my phone call. I'm gonna call them again, but if it's like who, like what other parameters do you have to fall into to receive funding for a violent criminal telling you what, like for throwing away all your clothing, you know? And the guy, so this is my point is that like I'm not aggressive, and I'm not gonna be violent. It's something I am. That's not who I am. I'm not aggressive and I'm not violent. It's unless the only time I would ever be aggressive and violent is if like there was like a gun to my head. Not even if there's a gun to my head. I don't know when I would be aggressive or violent, honestly, because like I play it very smart and safe, and I keep people calm. I keep people calm. And so it's just that there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to get my life recovered. And I called the local Perry State Legal Services, and I explained to them my situation, and they said they weren't going to help me. They literally said, like, look, like what you're dealing with is we can't really help you with your problem. And I said there's enough evidence here to win like a huge lawsuit. So if you can't help me, then for whatever reason, you're misinterpreting the problem. And so I mean, this is why they assaulted. I mean, for all these reasons, they got away with assaulting my grandmother when she was in a wheelchair, threatening her, and now she has passed away because they neglected her for all these reasons that they think that my immediate family is apparently more powerful than everybody else, and is able to hurt me when I have the evidence right in front of me. So and the police just aren't wanting to look at the evidence. I show them, like, go online, like, see what he has said, and it's like it's too much of a reality check, and people are too afraid, like like the trauma that I've experienced is enough pain and suffering, and it's as if, like, them not watching, like, the proof. It's just because it's like showing that it's too much of a reality check, and it's too shocking, and then people's perception of reality is that it's impossible, and that's just not true. Things are very bad for a lot of good people. So once again, there's more pain and suffering when you can't, when you're afraid to grasp how bad it really is for that individual, because you don't, and you become, because and it's and you do not fulfill the legal obligations that you're supposed to do, and so it's and so that's not okay, and it can be punishable. If your job is to help people, and you're not helping people, and you're denying that the pain and suffering occurred, and and you're actually hurt, and you continue hurting the individual, then there are repercussions for that. And my thought that I forgot about earlier was that at the warming center, the state came out to tell the warming center that there's a there's a that this is how you have to operate under the law. They are not following the request of the state of Illinois, excuse me. And for instance, when they're transporting individuals, those individuals, the windows in the car are not down, and they're not always reading the paperwork to every individual, and doing a thorough check on the individual. And there's actually a lot of stuff, but it's already a 13-minute video. So that they need to so that warming place needs to drop off individuals at the correct time, and they need to follow the rules, and they need to be fined for not following the rules.